All right, well, Treynor holds on tonight. Their opening game of the season here, win at 28-23 over St. Albert here tonight. Here now with Jet Sorensen and Bryce McIntosh, a couple of contributors on the ground game tonight here for the Cardinals. And guys, just kind of start us off there. You guys kind of grinded that out there in that second half. Just kind of thoughts and kind of takeaways from this win for you guys.
It wasn't pretty, but we got the job done. So we're looking forward to improving next week and keep it going.
Yeah, basically the same thing. Good O-line.
Yeah, O-line played great.
Yeah, owe it to them.
So you kind of talk about those guys up front. I know you got 4 seniors up there blocking for you guys. Kind of talk about their performance and what they brought to the field for you guys tonight.
Yeah, they're game changer. I mean, Jared's a great leader. Zach, Lowell, Mav, they're all great. Kyle Beek, he's new to the line. He's great. They're all great. They all play hard. And yeah, Jared's just a leader of that group, and he's really good to have on the team.
Bryce, you come in there in that second half, particularly there, and kind of grind that out one. What you feel was kind of working for you here tonight?
I'm just trying to run the ball, just trying to do my best. But yeah, once again, it just starts with the line, and I owe it to them, opening big gaps for me and allowing me to do my thing.
Jet, there in that first half, kind of explosive there for you a little bit. I know you dealt with a little bit. I think it was some cramping there a little bit there in that second half. But how'd you feel there in that first half with some of those gaps that were opening up for you?
Oh, I felt great. I mean, the line was getting the holes open. I was just hitting them. I was feeling great. I was feeling fast, and it was working.
And defensively there in that second half was pretty big too. You had an interception there early in that one, and defensive front steps up, slows down that run game. Just kind of speak to the message there, at halftime when it came to the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, we just we didn't fly the ball. Our message was fly the ball. Obviously, last play of the half, unacceptable. But again, we got the job done. So.
And obviously, you start the season off with a win, Bryce. Tough one as it was, but obviously, how big is this for you guys? Obviously, as you move here throughout the season.
I think it's a great start, and yeah, I don't know, just awesome, great to be out there.
That's on the win tonight, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, once again, Treynor holds on to this one here tonight, 28-23, in their season opener here over St. Albert. Here now with head coach Jeff Casey. And, Coach, obviously, ground that one out there a little bit at the end of that one, but just kind of give us your thoughts and, takeaways from this win for you guys.
Yeah, it was a great game, great way to start the season. Obviously, a win feels a lot better than, starting 1-0 is a lot easier than 0-1, but Coach Wood's done a nice job with those kids at St. Albert, and they came to play, and they're big up front and really solid up front. Gave us some problems a little bit here and there. I think one of the things we talked about before the game and kind of came to fruition that just when we freelance and don't stick with our responsibilities and all the phases, it's a big struggle. And so we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit. There were some drives where we didn't line up correctly on offense, and then we moved around a little bit, and then all of a sudden it's 3rd and long and 3rd and 30, and so we just missed some opportunities there. And it's week 1, so we'll work on that stuff next week.
And on the offensive side for you guys, the running game seemed like a pretty big part of that here tonight. Jet Sorensen there in that first half, McIntosh kind of coming alive in that second half. Kind of what did you guys feel was working on the ground for you guys here tonight?
Well, I think the backs ran really hard first and foremost. And our offensive line started to get into a groove as the game went on. And so we made some adjustments there in terms of how we were blocking some stuff up. And I thought they played really, really solid in the second half up front. Bryce came in and gave us a spark. He's a hard-nosed, tough runner. And we knew that when he was coming up as a young player last year. And so excited to see him actually get out here and do that and have some success with it. But, I think the thing for me, takeaway on offense is we struggled to run the football last year, all season long, and I felt like when we really needed to run it tonight, we could. Passing game wasn't quite there. The timing was off, but when I look back to week 1 last year, our timing was really bad last year in week 1, and things started to click a little bit. And so when you're playing with a bunch of new receivers and kids that are different speeds, and that timing will come with more reps.
And on the defensive side, also looked like a better second half for you guys, particularly that front against the run game. Kind of talk a little about, maybe some of the adjustments or what you guys felt you did better there in that second half on the defensive side.
Yeah, really, there wasn't a whole lot of adjustments. It was just kind of what I mentioned earlier, just guys not going to their gap or not making the reads correctly, or if we're supposed to be forcing it in, we weren't forcing it in the first half, and the second half we started to, and we gave up some stuff, some deep balls in the first half, and so we cleaned some of that stuff up. So didn't really have to make any changes in terms of schematics. It was just more so doing what we're supposed to do, following our rules, reading our keys, and the kids, again, got better as the game wore on with that.
You mentioned to start the season 1-0. How big is this for you guys to have a win like this to start off your season here?
I think if I remember right, when I was talking to Trevor a week or so ago, one of the comments I made was every week we had to come ready to play. And if we are not ready to play, we're going to have big problems. And I think this proved it tonight that every team we play is going to be really talented. And we knew they had a lot of kids coming back, that had a lot of varsity experience coming back. They still have young kids, but they're experienced kids. And so, we learned a lot of lessons tonight, and we can sleep a little bit easier the next couple nights before we get back to practice next week, knowing that we got the win.
Congrats on the win tonight, Coach.
Thanks. I appreciate you guys being out here. It's awesome you do this.